Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again with a new episode of Enjoy Your Mind. Today's title is Top 10 Ways Coronavirus Will Change Your Life Forever. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, and share this video. At this moment, COVID-19 is sweeping through the world and the global economy appears to be collapsing. That, without question, is one of those times of through a period when our lives are upended and filled with uncertainty. This is going to be a difficult time, but it's also going to the spark of some incredible changes. These are 10 crazy things. Number 10. Working from home. Today, working from home is necessary. There are no hard statistics on how many people are working remotely around the world. But the company Cisco has said that in China, their video conferencing software has been seeing 22 times as much traffic as it did before the outbreak. The world is engaged in a global work from home experiment, and we're going to see firsthand just how sustainable it is. There is already studies on this, and the results very positive. One found that people working from home have 16.8 more days worth of productivity a year. Those studies have also been out there, but if employers see the results firsthand for themselves, there is going to be no denying that letting people continue working from home after the pandemic is over isn't going to send them out of business, and that could be incredible for our life satisfaction. Number 9. Universal Basic Income. A few months ago, Universal Basic Income seemed like a pipe dream. The idea of sending every person in a country a monthly check, even if they don't go to work, was starting to crop up, and the old campaign trail. But the most countries, it didn't sound like anything we had or we would see any time soon. For the next few months, it's going to be a reality. The United Kingdom has committed to paying 80% of its worker's salary, while Denmark has offered to pay upward to 19 or 90%, and even the United States is planning on sending $1,200 check to almost every adult American. I hope so. None of these plans are exactly the same as Universal Basic Income, but they are close. They are going effectively be dry test runs of how these policies really affect society. Is it too early to say what the result is going to be? Finland tried universal basic income in 2017 and 2018 and concluded that it left people happy but jobless, which might be what we find in the rest of the world as well. But no way or another, these debates are going to be a lot of less theoretical when the pandemic is over. Number 8. Automation. Working remotely isn't an option when you work with your hands, but for some factories, neither is staying home. But for so-called light-out factories that are operated entirely by robots and disease or isn't even a problem. Companies that use more automation are already doing better than those that rely on cramming human workers into a totality packed factory. And companies are starting to notice Kada Robotics, for example, has said that they have seen a 25% increase in the past 30 days alone. We can expect a lot of manufacturing companies to turn to automation to survive, and lots of other companies too. China has already started replacing delivery drivers with drones, and they are reporting that they are faster and safer than human workers. They have even experimented with robotic hospitals, where machines taking your temperature, deliver your meals, and disinfect your room to keep humans from having to come into contact with someone carrying a disease. By the time this pandemic is over, your job just might have been filled by a robot. Number 7. Learning online. For the next few months, online learning is going to be the norm. No matter how savvy your teacher is, they are going to have to learn how to make education digital. Based on early reactions, it's unlikely that we will see widespread adoption of online education when this is over. Feedback from teachers so far has been almost universally negative. The major problem is that online learning compounds disadvantages. Children whose parents don't have time to push them on their education fall further behind, while those who can't offer internet access are almost completely excluded. Still, every teacher in the world is getting a crash course in the 21st century learning. They are graduated or guaranteed to come back with ideas that will transform how our kids learn, at least for kids that come back. A lot of parents are turning to homeschooling, and since the homeschooled kids typically score higher on standardized tests than kids in public school, there are a good chance that a lot of those parents will decide to stick with it. Number 6. The rise of big government. Whether that's a good thing or not is up to debate. But good or bad, there is a lot of reason to believe that it's true. Around the world, people have been embracing big government ever since COVID-19 began to spread. Socialist policies are being implemented all around the world, even in countries led by conservative and liberating leaders. The US government is planning on spending $1 trillion fighting COVID-19, while the United Kingdom's Boris Johnson has said that there is no ceiling to how much they will spend. Big environments making a comeback, and in some places it's just a pretty extreme ways. The Israeli government has started using its people's cell phone location data to identify everyone has come into contact with an infected patient. If you have been near them, you will get a text telling you to quarantine yourself immediately. McCain's being hyperbole, of course. There are still libertarians, but their voices are being muted. And even if hands of governments comes back into the fashion when this is over, there are bound to be a few bills passed that before COVID-19 never would have made it through. This is the part 1. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe like this video and share it with your friends. Also, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for watching. See you next episode. Goodbye.